agents of change.
The journey is the key of the imprisonment. It was a week's journey. We were put in an empty wagon. There was only a bucket for physical needs, no light, no water. There was only us and our suffering humanity. These words come from Liliana Segre, an activist and Italian politician, Holocaust survivor and witness to the Italian Shoah. Liliana Segre was born in Milan in September 1930. Her family was of Jewish descent and she lived with her father and grandparents, as her mother died prematurely when Liliana was only 1 year old. Unfortunately, Liliana soon became aware of the consequences associated with her Jewish heritage. In 1938, she was expelled from elementary school after the Italian racial laws were promulgated. Soon after the proclamation, the persecution of Italian Jews intensified, and Liliana's father decided to hide her in a friend's house with false papers. In December 1943, Liliana, her father and 2 cousins tried to escape to Switzerland, but the authorities turned them away. The next day, Liliana was arrested and spent 6 days in prison in Varese. She was then transferred to another prison in Milan, where she stayed for 40 days. In January 1944, she was deported from Platform 21 of Milan's main railway station to the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp. Soon after, she was separated from her father, and that was the last time she saw him, as he died a few months later. In May, Liliana's grandparents were also arrested and deported to Auschwitz. They were killed in a gas chamber the same day they arrived. When Liliana was selected, she was given the serial number 75190 tattooed on her forearm. She was forced to do forced labor for a year in a munitions factory called Union. In January 1945, Liliana was transferred with other prisoners from Birkenau concentration camp to Marchow subcamp in northern Germany. It was a long march through Poland and Germany, during which many prisoners died. During their time at Marchow, Liliana and her comrades received hopeful messages from French military officials telling them that the war would soon be over. Liliana was released on May 1, 1945, when the Marchow camp was liberated by the Red Army. Nearly 800 Italian children under the age of 14 were deported to Auschwitz, and Liliana was one of the 25 children who survived. When she returned to Italy, Liliana lived first with her aunts and then with her maternal grandparents. In 1948, she met Alfredo Bellipaci, a Catholic lawyer, who was also a Nazi concentration camp survivor. 3 years later, they married and had 2 sons and a daughter. Liliana's experience has been told in many books, films, and documentaries. In 2009, her story was included in the project Racconti di chi ha sopravvissuto, Stories of Survivors, a research carried out between 1995 and 2008 by Marcello Pezzetti, in which he gathered the testimonies of almost all the Italians who survived the concentration camp. In the same year, she participated in the documentary Binario 21 by Moni Ovadia. Starting in 2008, Liliana received numerous honorary doctorates from various faculties in Italy. On January 19, 2018, the 18th anniversary of the fascist racial laws, Italian President Sergio Mattarella appointed Liliana Segre a Senator for Life for outstanding patriotic service in the social field. During her term as a senator, she stated that she strongly opposes any discriminatory law against nomads and minorities. She is also the president of the Special Commission Against Intolerance, Racism, Anti-Semitism and Incitement to Hatred from April 2021. Coltivare la memoria è ancora oggi un vaccino prezioso contro l'indifferenza e ci aiuta, in un mondo così pieno di ingiustizie e di sofferenze, a ricordare che ciascuno di noi ha una coscienza e la può usare. Remembering what happened in the past is the key against indifference and reminds us that in this world full of injustices, everyone has a conscience that they should use. This is Valeria Unich from Lugo, Italy, for the Agents of Change podcast, for the world goes to where we take it.